In the southwest part of Asia, and right along the eastern end of the Mediterranean, lies a country just about the size of New Jersey. This country is named Israel. Israel is right between Jordan, Egypt, and the Mediterranean Sea. The flag of Israel is white and blue. In the center of the flag, there is a Star of David. The blue is supposed to remind their citizens to obey commandments. They spread love among each other because they understand what it is to be discriminated. In the past, many Jewish people were being discriminated almost everywhere around the world. After traveling around the world to find their place, they settled in Palestine land. Palestine is the site of the ancient Jewish kingdom. Many Jewish turned to Zionism, which is an international political movement that started in the late 19th century. Zionism called for the creation of an independent Jewish state in Palestine. After the British supported Zionism, Jews migrated to Palestine in large numbers in the 1920s and the 1930s. The new Jewish settlers had issues with Arab Palestinians over ownership of land and resources. The two started an intense conflict, which the British government couldn't resolve. As if the Palestine conflict wasn't enough torture, there was also a Holocaust. The Holocaust left 6 million dead and 17 million victims overall. Families were torn apart. Little children would never see their parents again. The Holocaust made Jews increasingly intent on establishing their own nation. In 1947, the United Nations decided to divide the Palestine land into two parts, one Jewish and one Arab. Arabic Palestine leaders rejected it and wanted to protect its people from Zionism. In May 1948, the British declared establishment of the independent state of Israel. But the Palestine conflict still hasn't ended almost 70 years later. A tragedy happened on June 12, 2014. 3 Israeli teenagers were abducted and murdered by Palestinian terrorists. Their names were Naftali Frankel, Gilad Sha'er, and Eyal Ifrach. Their bodies were discovered 2 weeks later on June 30th, 2014.
They were running for their lives in Tel Aviv tonight. Hamas had warned we'll hit Tel Aviv at 9 p.m. They fired at 9:07. 90 seconds to Tel Aviv. It came at 9:08. But the Iron Dome anti-missile system did its job, tracking the missiles, hitting them head-on, destroying them.
Israel must have...
Israel's social and cultural aspects are very fascinating. Hebrew is Israel's official language. It is also one of the oldest languages in the world. Hebrew was adopted as one of the official languages during the British Mandate of Palestine. Street signs are in Hebrew, Arabic, and English. Arabic and English are taught in schools starting the 3rd grade. Many Israelis speak at least 2 languages since their parents migrated to Israel. The majority of Israelis are Jewish, which is about 75%. Over 17% are Muslims, and nearly 2% is Druze. 2% is Christian, and 4% belong to other religions. The Dead Sea has a historical connection to multiple religions. Having a relationship to nature and God, the Dead Sea shows up in some pages of the Bible. Since the Dead Sea is the lowest point on the surface of the earth, it is one of the most popular tourist attractions.
And Jordan, it's fed by the River Jordan in the north. It's called dead because no life can be sustained in the water because of its high salty content.
So also here at the Dead Sea, there are these like natural mud deposits, and the mud is supposed to be really good for your skin, so we'll see how it is. This magic mud has been credited in helping soothe a number of skin ailments. But is there truth behind the talk? It turns out that the same minerals in the mud are actually in the water.
Besides the Dead Sea, something else that might surprise many tourists is their national holiday, Purim. Purim is celebrated usually in mid-March or the 14th day of the Hebrew month of Adar. A service at a synagogue occurs twice, once after sunset the night before and in the morning the next day. During the day, they enjoy joyous festivals, donate money and sweets to the less fortunate.
No, it's not Halloween, it's not Mardi Gras, and I'm not at Midburn. We are celebrating Purim, probably the most fun Jewish holiday of the year. On Purim, we dress in costume, dance in the streets, have a big meal, and are as merry as can be. People eat these delicious cookies called Haman's ears in Hebrew, send gifts of food to their friends, and donate to charity for the holiday.
The Israeli government is a little different from our government. They have a democratic party. The president is Reuven Rivlin. The president is directly elected by members of the legislative branch or Knesset to serve a 7-year term. He mostly performs ceremonial duties. The prime minister is Benjamin Netanyahu. The prime minister is charged with forming a new government 28 days after election. This time may be extended by 14 days. The prime minister is head of the government and is always selected from the largest party in the parliament. The prime minister's job is very similar to our president's. Israel is a parliamentary democracy and is governed by basic laws of constitution. Israel's economy is pretty modern. Most employed Israelis can maintain a normal standard of living. Taxes are very high, sometimes as much as a third of a household income. Israel has many scientific institutes, research and development centers. The United States and Israel work pretty well together. In the United States, both Democrats and Republicans are in favor of Israel. Both countries have had a special relationship with each other because of our similar aspects on life. United States alliance is beneficial for both countries. For being only 71 years old, Israel has achieved many important events. Israel is a beautiful country with many different unique tourist attractions, holidays, and religious aspects.